Donna Bach and fellow researchers published a paper in 2019 in the Journal of Evidence-Based Integrative Medicine called Clinical EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, Improves Multiple Physiological Markers of Health. In this paper, they share evidence that the emotional freedom technique, or EFT, may help reduce depression and anxiety and increase feelings of well-being. In their experiment, they asked 203 study subjects to complete a battery of psychological tests before and after an EFT intervention to see what, if any, effect the intervention had. They also followed up on their results 1 year later. The findings were impressive. There was an increase in happiness by 31%, a reduction of depression by 35%, and a reduction in anxiety by 40%. The team even noted that some physiological improvements in things like blood pressure and cortisol levels, and the effects did appear stable after 1 year. So, what is EFT anyway? Gary Craig is credited as the founder of this modality, which is a kind of energy psychology based on the principle that thoughts and feelings are actually forms of energy. Granted, this approach is not mainstream, and the research supporting it, over 100 studies to date, is not perfect, but EFT is growing in popularity because people are interested in more straightforward, natural ways to improve their well-being. In particular, the technique of EFT tapping has been acclaimed as a way to address a wide range of issues, from addiction to mood disorders to phobias. The great thing about EFT tapping is that you can practice the technique yourself with only a little training. The technique is something to use specifically when you're feeling stressed or if you encounter a particular psychological challenge. People have claimed to use EFT tapping before stressful or difficult events, for example. Here are 5 simple steps to try EFT tapping for yourself. Step 1. Zoom in on what the issue is. You first need to identify what the problem is and what you're trying to achieve. It's best to focus on just one issue at a time. For example, you may have an upcoming presentation to deliver and are terrified of public speaking. Step 2. Test initial intensity. Look at the problem at hand and rank it on a scale of 1 to 10 according to its emotional intensity. This is important so you can see the impact of the tapping and measure its effectiveness. Let's say you rank your pre-speech anxiety at around 7. Step 3. Set yourself up. Choose a simple, reminding phrase that you will then repeat while physically tapping your karate chop point. Find the outer part of your hand and tap at the fleshy middle point on this ridge. Your phrase is meant to note the problem you're facing, but embed a sense of acceptance and acknowledgement despite it. For example, you can say, "Even though I find public speaking difficult, I completely love and accept myself." Step 4. Go through the sequence. Now, you literally need to tap yourself on different parts of the body while you repeat this chosen phrase. This tapping can be done by an EFT practitioner or yourself. The order of tapped areas goes like this: top of the head, beginning of the eyebrow, directly above and to the side of the nose, side of the eye, at the corner on the bone, under the eye, around an inch below the pupil, again on the bone, under the nose, between nose and top lip, on the chin, midway between lower lip and bottom of chin, start of the collarbone, where breastbone, collarbone, and first rib meet, under the arm, around 4 inches below the armpit, on the side of the body. 2 or more fingers are used to make the tapping movements, and the tap is repeated around 5 times on each area. Where you have 2 points, for example, 1 either side of the eye, you can tap 1 or both. Step 5. Check the intensity. Once you've completed the tapping sequence, check in to see how intense your feelings are now. You might find that your initial 7 rating has gone down to a 5 or even lower. From this point, you can repeat the process until you hit an intensity of 0. The process may seem a little bizarre for some, but if you are familiar with the principles behind acupuncture, also an energy medicine, this may not seem so strange. The great thing about the process is that it has a built-in baseline measurement that can help you see for yourself whether the tapping is working or not. Donna Bach and her team were not the only ones to find encouraging evidence to support EFT. Morgan Klond published a 2016 systematic review of 14 other studies and found that EFT does indeed help with anxiety. In the same year, Chatwin et al. Compared the effects of EFT against another anxiety gold standard, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Here, 10 people underwent an 8-week program of either EFT or CBT. According to the authors, both treatment approaches produced significant reductions in depressive symptoms, with the CBT group reporting a significant reduction post-intervention, which was not maintained with time. The EFT group reported a delayed effect involving a significant reduction in symptoms at the 3 and 6-month follow-ups only. In other words, CBT may be comparable with EFT, but more research will be needed. This has been The Anxiety Cure, 37 science-based 5-minute methods to beat back the blues, stay positive, and finally relax. Written by Nick Trenton, narrated by Russell Newton. Copyright 2023 by Nick Trenton. Production copyright by Nick Trenton.